was a woman about Kwabena transfer for your D and Como Ahodwana, engineer Kwabena Agyepong, also a 2 franca or pre-possible 2 franca, Diama NPP Amanyo Kono. Now, on the small opinion that you are to Jaffa, a National Executive Committee and as a leadership here, or more a nay or more that NPP Amanyo Kono, or Munema who do be more year, na year pound Kofado, at the free party sentence and Kofono, Safono, Afum, a party, and as my near Bonnie, and the Tia party, and what the children watch say, then you Kwazanka, Sa, a leadership, Safoni. Ya pamu mumu free party nemo party wo chechire ni padodo ene yes o ko yisa pamusa de pana na ono so twe doma hodo bi enso de free party basa entwaye odi nchema hodo pina e de dia tudwa ebuso yen koni tie se hodo Kwabena Agyepong o de atudwa no yeba betrase na ye de nsam no so ho enkomo
nti dudu ono wo mu asese wo mu feel say so we have to go back to our roots.
We'll get back to the how do we get the discipline is key. How do you ensure
discipline na e kan I'm say I misunderstand the disciplines. I say we make national executive and national council. So, since the unfortunate removal of myself as general secretary and Paul Afoko as party chairman and Sammy Crab, suspension should be one of the last tools you use. Because party there, yes, friend nipa. There are other interventions I'll be to me about. Obi misbehave or party moi. Obi to my catch and say, oh, because of our conduct in Tino for the next 5 years, yeah, my wins not for position be. Of course, it's even better. Now, who pound the benefit party no say? Party yes, let me Kofi nipa beka. Yes, ne Kofi nipa beka. Nti empam nipa. Nipa na e bibia enye. There are ways of punishing the person. Obuha nipa ni pia no mo proposition. O say the way for the next 4 years. And the vetting committee has the right to disallow anybody say be a officer on your conduct. Say anything. Yeah, my own representing.
Maybe the country.
But that is I know they wrong.
Parties, no.
So I know they wrong because yeah, person no crack. And stick to the issue and be firm on it. Wow, Bayasano. Because the Kwabena Agyepong no arrogant. And I said, there be, and there may be I think, say, as a political leader, you have to be firm, be prepared to crack the whip, but also at the back of your mind, you know, say you are building a party.
And cracking the whip, not be offensive. Maybe you have
because sometimes, you know, whip no crying cracking, and then there's selective
cracking of the whip.
That's right. And I make us into those things, no. And there are other ways in a political party to punish people without taking them out of the party. Because party no there, you nipa no so ka ho. Enti oye bibi na nya, you kwan fa so etwe na so. E kasa kire ne kan say wo because of that no. Be a 5 years ni, ye ma wonye say, wo pe we emfa ma, ye ma wonye say. Eni pa bi badwen. Young men here now obi pe MPAD. Now Okache say behave in a certain way. We cannot put you on our ticket because the party reserves the right.
By also courage, because
we should have the courage.
Most of the candidates, that's why a lot of people will just move away from 170 Biaka what and now in the economy. We have political parties now. Because any panel person would know my name, no, Sadi panel on you to travel. No, you'll be on some for temples. Because
Yama post Adorye. Nina, when we are in government, if you say president, no, only to meet post in TS or Danafo. I don't believe in that. So we've made sycophancy a business in this country. Near wow. The leaders need courageous people around a bit my who and make us opinion with yes. Baby, yes, we should do that. Now 2022 I may buy a studio and I said my sister station because look. So I did not slip it to 7. I'm saying the business confidence is very important in economic management. And to be who left the managers of the economy now maybe said they were doing well or whatever, but sometimes that change matters. It sends a strong signal. Now a man for any confidence back because and then maybe why quantifiable in economic management.
Do you believe in reshuffle?
Oh, of course. Nasenode is very important because one, a man microphone complacent. That's a matter Bermuda. In those days, who prime minister be so Omra Councillor. Ultimately, who in their voice said they know say, hey, now how the Kwabena Agyepong, I'm saying, be a chief of staff here so. There has to be some respect for authority of the center that is guiding the government and making sure right decisions are taken.
Do we arrive at this point where Ayemjishienko will say there is no regard for authority again in this country? The impunity at all levels is not controllable to say.
I mean, why is it not controllable? Because you see, I think presidents, there's a perception now from our time and even now, say the presidents are not in full control and that there's a cabal or some people who have control rather than the president. But it's the president who has been elected. So I will not extricate any president from that blame.
Now, when you get there and you sit on that throne, who will say you cannot take those decisions
Why?
you want to take.
Why? The West and say Ube free. That's the West. And I said for 10 years and I haven't occupied any government position. Am I dead? And how do I look like I'm dying? There's life after politics. And the people should not be obsessed with positions. Me the bois. Me see me 2016. I was still serving my suspension. Me who say campaign me enkoka ho nye bie no. Me mobilize iska. And
2016.
Yes. There are a lot of people who became ministers because I helped them last minute. Penny back to me bank, SSB me no SSB no is legal. Do we never send it? The documents are there. I can show them to you if you wish. Which constituencies when me see me boamo. Me come now for say look, say me lose my position. But party ni kokon. Me boa. Enti mumwa me kakra. Na me ntimi over 100 constituencies.
But that's the kind of heart you have for your party.
Yes, then that's what every genuine leader should have for their party. And that is why I believe that the party should look at me because I'm genuinely in love with this party. We need somebody here, even in times of adversity. No, on nanny MPP party. No, 2020. That time na nyame nchade ya kama sinchena. My alma mater, the Institution of Engineers. I became the General Secretary, the Executive Director. And then, because of that, I became the General Secretary of the West African Federation of Engineering Organizations. It means Pande, Satamni, and also Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, that's a lot of work that we had to do. And so, I've heard so many rumors. Mampeni were alive. Oh no, I'm afraid me. Say, Kwabena Agyepong. Now me call her. In the villa, of course, details in there only penny didn't come and can about thing. But long and short, he wants to see me back like in 1998 and I'm in a campaign him prime minister in the re-election. He wants me to play a role. Mr. Penny, who casa made a party as intimidate party there at any time to make sure we get re-elected. We need to call around the country and I went. Yeah, call a friend say inauguration crab in cover number cow. You call inauguration. Yeah. It took a while I didn't take offense. I mean, because I feel that is his responsibility. Media my fam ejuma. Always say me say me boa. My boa say we na say that's for you to do. Why not? That's how I live my life. I have that emotional strength and intelligence.
Right. That was any part quoted any Kwabena Agyepong and a chegu and trust and an someone or the Atujano, ya di a home and come on.
It's Kwabena Agyepong. I wish him all the best. But so we know yes, we buy a royal empasso.
Yes.
Into Kwabena Agyepong, you can access it. No, I say, Sabria or Serafina. A man for any 200 any hand any at the manufacturer who come on coaching cockans and pay. Now we are smart at Chinchina, Babe flag bearer. Naka crane or no. What's Ako Wistino? any ade minimum dear potty and when you film because already Japan you say sabi you when you hear any idiot I say but then says ka wo to be a kabetumi aboa busuafo no pa baabi abu abusuani bi wo ho a ebetumi aboa na kɔre ya pa wo din dada enye politics no a abakɔ akɔpre na wa nu se wunya na be mo aye popular na yesi bu a e ba sa utumi tu kwan enti akɔto kɔre ya Japan ehin no peso kɔ asase so a wo tumi nkɔ kɔ onye ni pa atoa ono na ye ne nyama bi abia asoye ne ho modest ni sa na ma but when Patwa will be a former presidential staffer, former general secretary, any other a year or kukura. It's a Kenya a year, but not stress. Sir, I buy a cotton paper, no. Mean, my yasa can be full criteria be a converse sack, almost son suma, nippon be crew film, maybe a cabro, so any patre, any four. Nanka come, always will be a person could be, Ohene Ntow. Ubi of say a grassroots to clan send and name take beer with him. So say or cock put to Miska Cricrano, Wakako Akoika Waheno, Wahini na ya and Shadamwa. Tio engineer Kwabena Agyepong unity won some near the idea of can ye. Me I feel sanka or Tenechi and why a Sania Manoa or criticize it constructively. You may be Koya and card one over two Nanka Ananka Copre party chairman be. No what we are trying party no. Said I could forecast obey master position no. Anka ya kwampo abem. It will be say it's about time they all need to do things in a way. I beboa omo nyina wo primary no mbokono obrema ho ntino. Nyomu nyina na so mta chicha mpesa mbeko. Nyina de obrehunu and de bre electoral handles omo be handle elections no. To Uncle Fan who drank a babuano.
Right, so I like share our comment in the comment section as if MI Yakram.